What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Cafe and Views. On today's episode, we're going to Cafe Dose to check out their nasty wake-up call. Stay tuned, see the review. When you first get to Coffee Dose, it's like right on the street, so it's hard to miss. When you first walk in, to the right-hand side, there's another store that sells clothing and merchandise, so it gives the coffee shop more of a good feeling to it. But overall, the coffee shop is pretty small. There's not a lot of room to sit down. It's kind of a grab and go coffee, or you could probably go next door to the merchandise and sit there. The inside is really nice. There's a huge amount of lighting. Today, we went to Coffee Dose to pick up what they call a nasty wake-up call. Well, I'm gonna read off what the nasty wake-up call is. It's a delightful blend of espresso, oat milk, house-made rose syrup, and fresh galactic sweet cream. This shop is not your typical coffee shop. It kind of goes against the norms and kind of tries breaking down boundaries and breaking down walls. Definitely a different coffee shop than what you're used to. We're gonna be talking about Acidity. When I'm drinking this coffee, I get more of a blueberry taste to it. I don't get a sour fruit like a citrus or any sour fruits. I get more of a sweeter fruit, blueberry, cherry. The coffee doesn't seem sweet, it seems more sour. It's giving me more of a sour lip pucker type of feeling to it. It feels more mellow than the last coffee. It's not sharp, it's not in your face. It's more toned down. The sourness of the coffee brings down the overall aspect of it. I'm gonna give the acidity about a 3 out of 5. Next up is gonna be Aroma. I'm getting a good smell from this coffee, but I really have to put my nose into it. It's not a coffee that you smell the aroma when it's further away from you. This coffee, you really have to go into it to really get a smell. It's pretty pleasant. The ingredients that went to this coffee overall create a pleasant aroma. They kind of all blend together in a good way. There's no ingredients that stand out and make the coffee smell bad when it mixes with something else. It just all all harmonizes in one to create a good aroma. I can't really taste the coffee just by smelling it. It's not that type of coffee to get the taste. It's not the type of coffee that it would travel through your nose and you could kind of get a taste of it on the taste buds. This coffee does not do that. I could smell a lot of notes, so that's also a big bonus. I can't really detect what kind of notes are more prominent and which are hidden. I just get a good blast of different kind of flavors that all equally give off the same kind of pleasant smell. For aroma, I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. There's a lot of different flavors that go into the coffee. They're all pretty pleasant. None of the flavors are more prominent and give off a different kind of flavor to the coffee. They all come together in a good way. The flavor does not get enhanced by the aroma. You get the flavor and you get the aroma. You don't really get the flavor mixed with the aroma. It's either one or the other. So you kind of have to choose. There are flavors that are more prominent. I can taste some flavors that are pretty hidden, that are more minimal. And then there's other flavors that are like in your face, up there, that really want to, the center of attention, that want you to notice it. Before you mix it, you get different kind of flavors, you get unique flavors, and then once you mix it and the purpleness goes into the coffee, you get a whole different kind of range of experiences, flavors, aromas. So in a way, this coffee is kind of like a 2-in-1. You could drink it when it's not mixed, and then you could drink it when it's mixed. So you could kind of choose your own adventure. You could choose what kind of experience you want. Because of that, because I can taste different flavors at different points of time, I'm gonna give flavor 4 out of 5. Well, this coffee has more of a milkshake-like consistency to it, which is what I like. I like when the coffee sticks around for a longer period of time. There's definitely a good amount of weight onto this coffee, and the texture gets changed when it hops onto your taste buds and kind of stays there. Once the coffee is down, you still get some coffee on your taste buds, so when you're washing it out with saliva or whatever, you still get that taste right after, so it sticks around for a long period of time. You can definitely tell that good beans went into this coffee, just how it feels in your mouth, how the texture is, the weight, all that stuff. You can definitely tell that it was brewed that same day and the beans are not old. I like how it rests on your tongue. It's peaceful, it's calm, it doesn't do more than what it needs to. It just sticks around to remind you that you're drinking this specific coffee not just like a generic other coffee. It's more different how it sits on your taste buds than the other coffees that I've had. This kind of just reminds you of, hey, this is this coffee from Cafe Dose. Make sure you go and get me again. For body, I'm gonna give this coffee a 4.5 out of 5. There's not much to say about sweetness. I mentioned that it's more sour, but it's the good kind of sour. It's not like you're eating a Warhead's candy type of sour, but it's also not a sour where you can tell that the beans are bad or that nothing went into the coffee. A lot of stuff went into making this coffee, and it still gives off that nice sour taste. You know, I prefer more sweet coffee, but this coffee does a good job in maintaining the flavor and the aroma and the complexity by being a sour coffee. For sweetness, I'm gonna give this a 2.5 out of 5. For aftertaste, this coffee definitely hugs your mouth. Aftertaste and body go hand in hand. So what the coffee does for the body, or the body does for the coffee, it transitions perfectly for aftertaste. So you're still getting a good amount of coffee flavor. When you swallow it, it sticks around for a longer period of time. This coffee is nice and smooth. There's no rough patches. Even at the beginning, middle, end, it's all nice. It's all the same coffee. Leaves your mouth wet. Because it's a sour coffee, you would think that it would dry out your mouth or leave it wanting more. But this coffee sticks around and it coats your mouth, leaves it nice and flavorful. The flavors that you get at the beginning linger around for a longer period of time. Makes you want more. Doesn't dissipate quickly, sticks around. It's memorable when you're drinking it. Aftertaste, it's gonna make you go in for another sip. For aftertaste, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. When we're talking about complexity, as you can tell, looking at the coffee, in the beginning, it was pretty complex. You got the purple at the top, you got the coffee brown at the bottom. The ingredients that went into this coffee is not just a typical, oh, I'm gonna put vanilla or cinnamon onto a vanilla latte. This coffee has a good base, and then there's different ingredients that are more out there that got put into the coffee, but they actually blend really well. It's not just abnormal ingredients thrown into the coffee just to make it look like it's complex and it's just trying to be not normal. A lot of coffees, when they try to do that, the flavor's not there, the aroma's not there, it just kind of ruins the coffee. It's more for looks and for attention than actual enjoyment of coffee. Ingredients all blend well, a lot to uncover. The range of experience is real nice. You could get a different experience before mixing it, and you could also get a different experience while you mix it. So for complexity, I'm actually gonna give this coffee a 5 out of 5. Balance, does maintain a good consistency with most of the flavors, but there's other flavors that are kind of trying to stick out more. In the first sip, you can taste one flavor that's really trying to be more prominent, but they're all smooth. That one flavor does not come out as rough or edgy or anything. It's still smooth all throughout. It maintains its sour note all throughout. It doesn't go sweet because of the maple syrup. It just stays nice and perfectly sour. For balance, I'm gonna give this coffee a 3.5 out of 5. Versatility, I'm not gonna say that this coffee is versatile just because of how complex it is and all the ingredients that went into it and the range of experiences that you can get from this coffee. This is not an everyday coffee just because of that. This is more of a, I'm gonna get this coffee maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, just so I can keep that new experience going, that you're not gonna get this coffee every day and kind of ruin the experience where it's gonna make you not want to come back and get the coffee again. So you would kind of pick this cup of coffee maybe once a week. For versatility, I'm actually gonna give this coffee about 2.5 out of 5. That's why it's gonna be forgiveness. This coffee in and of itself is really good. Nothing really needs to be forgiven. The versatility and aroma and body and all that stuff, it doesn't need to be forgiven by the good scores that I got. It does its job, it does what it needs to. It's a once a week coffee. For forgiveness, I'm gonna give this coffee a 2 out of 5. All in all, this coffee got a 34.5 out of 50, or about a 69% out of 100. This coffee could have been better. If you might think that this coffee is more versatile, that you want to be able to drink it every day, so you might give it a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. But I want to enjoy coffees and I want to enjoy experiences, so that's why I gave it such a low score. By no means do I think that I'm not gonna get this coffee because the versatility is so low, or because I gave forgiveness such a low score. I'm still gonna get this coffee often, but this coffee is really good, so I want to maintain that kind of experience. Like, you're going on vacation, you don't want to go to the same place over and over again because it's going to kind of ruin it. You want to go on vacation to that place maybe once a year, so when you go back, it's still fresh, it's still nice and enjoyable. that's how it is with this coffee. That's why I gave it that kind of a score. Definitely go to Coffee Dose and get yourself a nasty wake-up call. You're definitely not gonna hate it. You're gonna really enjoy it, and you might actually make this coffee your Saturday pickup, where you want to enjoy a cup of coffee, you would grab this, you would start your day, get some errands done, and you would overall be happy. Tune in next time to see where we're going next, and if West Hollywood Coffee can keep up the nice hot streak of being coffees that are better than Koreatown.